Hi. There has been a lot of talk about agri business, how opening up agriculture to privatization will help, and privatization will allow better market access, better facilities, better everything. Now, let me give a recent example based on which all of these things can be addressed. All of this can be refuted, rather. The insurance company. In 2016, the Pradhan Mantri announced the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bhima Yojana, and it said basically it's allowing 10 to 12 different private companies to start offering crop insurances. Now, at the end of 2016-2017 season, this is the data from the Lok Sabha website itself. The total gross premiums collected were 94,736 crores, and the total farmers' share in that premium was 17,353 crores, and the claims that were approved were about 73,000 crores. Now, those were just the claims. And then 10 to 12% of the gross premium collected, which is 10 to 12% of 94,000 crores, was strictly for administrative purposes, administrative and other expenditure. So the of the 94,000 crores, about 10,000 crores roughly were to just meet their administrative expenses. Now, what happened to these claims? Were they settled on time? No. The farmers who had paid the premiums in 2016, and we'll come to the issue of paying the premiums also, did not get their claims until 2019, and not all of them got it. And the farmers, especially in the areas, in taking one recent example with the Reliance Insurance Company, which was operating in Maharashtra back in 2017 18, for the Kharif season, the farmers had paid the premiums, but they did not get until 2019, and that too they had to protest. They had to have a hunger strike. They had to go and protest outside the district collector's office. They had to do so much escalations, and because of the district collector's involvement and intervention, they were eventually paid. Now, the insurance companies were mandated to, or rather, at least on paper, were supposed to advertise, supposed to create awareness about how these policies work, how farmers can, claim, what are the procedures they have to follow, and so on and so forth. Well, guess what? The insurance companies, most of them, have complete monopoly in the areas in which they operate. There is no competition whatsoever. Number two, the farmers didn't even know that they were paying the premiums because it was embedded in the crop loans itself. So the farmers had no idea that they were paying for the insurance. So even when the crop was damaged, they did not know that they had to apply for the insurance claims because they had no idea. Number three, most of these insurance companies did not even have a regional office. Let's say they were operating in Telangana, they did not have a regional office in that particular district. And even when they did, there were no, they had a 1-800 number for sure, but the 1-800 number was not speaking the regional languages. So they would have, for example, somebody talk in Hindi while answering a call from a farmer in Adilabad. So there are all these issues, and when the insurance companies were, asked why the premiums were not getting paid, or rather why the claims were not getting addressed, the typical responses were that, oh, the states did not do the crop cutting experiments on time, or the data was not presented to them on time, or the crop loss assessment was not done on time, or that the farmers who were supposed to report the losses within 72 hours did not do so. Now, if the crop cutting experiments were not done in time, did you or the state government or the central government, before announcing the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, think about all these things? That there is no way to properly assess the crop losses? Did they not think about the need to have all the systems in place before they bring in this kind of insurance companies? Now, it's been almost 5 years since the insurance companies have been operating, and they have raked in tens of thousands of crores of profits, right? Just by collecting these premiums and not even paying most of the time. There is no monitoring authority today. If I want to go and get the data for any of these insurance companies, which district, which farmer, and how many such farmers have been within the village have been compensated for the losses, I have no easy way to do it. So there is no regulation, there is no monitoring, there is no scrutiny of these companies, and the farmers are left on their own to most of the time fight with these big companies. So here you have a perfect example where the government claim that allowing the insurance companies, the so-called private insurance companies, will do good for the farmers. Guess what happened? The numbers are right in front of us, with lakhs of farmers paying crores of premiums but still not getting their crop losses compensated. That is the state of affairs. Now it is exactly in this backdrop that the farm laws are being introduced. So agriculture is meant for a specific purpose, but they want to convert this into an agri business without any regulation, without any scrutinies, without any monitoring systems in place. And that is the crux of the issue, which is why the farmers are vehemently opposing these farm laws and saying there is no way other than to repeal these farm laws. Hope you have understood what happens if we privatize agriculture to the extent that which these formulas are meant to, without having any safeguards, regulation, scrutiny, or monitoring, or any sort of transparency. Thank you.